G'day guys and welcome back to AdosTheGreat YouTube channel. So guys, today I will be giving you my Rabbitohs 2024 best 18-man squad prediction. Very excited for this one. We've gone all the way through to the Penrith Panthers and now we're finally here with the South Sydney Rabbitohs lineup prediction. So, you know, I had to get the merch out. I had to wear the merch for this one, guys. I could not. And look, if you are new to the channel, guys, and this is your first time watching, if you could hit that like button and subscribe, it really helps the growth of the channel and pushing out my content. Thank you so much for your support. And yeah, I guess without further ado, we can jump into it. Very excited for this one. This one is my bread and butter. This is the team that I fully break down and have a look at. So it probably will be a little bit of a longer video, but yeah. Also, shout out to Rabbits Royalty. Guys, you can find them over on Facebook. Jeremy created this and he's an amazing bloke. One of my closest mates in the Rabbitohs world. So yeah, Rabbits Royalty over on Facebook, guys. Go and check it out. As you saw that cap, this one here, you know, you can get merch like this, you can get shirts, you can get stubby coolers, basically whatever you want, he's pretty much got it. So go and check it out over there, guys. Make sure you tell him Ados sent you, and yeah, he'll surely do you a good deal. All right, but without further ado, enough talking. Let's get into this Rabbitohs 2024 predicted team list. So the fullback Latrell Mitchell, that one is an obvious one. He is 100% going to be the fullback. There is no doubt about that. The wingers, Alex Johnston, and I've gone with Isaiah Tass. Now, I think Isaiah Tass has to be somewhere in this lineup, and I do think we will transition him either into a back rower or a winger. He'll be somewhere in this 18-man squad. Now, the unlucky player in this scenario would be Tyrone Munro. I personally do think he gets a lot of game time this year. I just don't know if it'll be from round one. I hope it is because I really do like Tyrone, but I do think Isaiah Tass will get the first crack on the wing. I have seen a few team lists named Campbell Graham out on the wing as well, which I don't hate either. He obviously played there for Australia and he played there a lot when he first came into the league. So, yeah, look, I think it's definitely an option as well. But my centres, Jack Whiten, obviously, and then Campbell Graham. Now, another option you could go with is Jack Whiten moving into a second row position and playing Isaiah Tass in that centre spot that we know he can play in. But I don't see that happening, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. Next up, the halves. Cody Walker speaks for himself. He's my feature image today, so he'll be there 100%. And then my boy Lockie Ilias. I've got the most respect, and you know, I really want Ilias to succeed. I really do. His first year was incredible. He got us to a preliminary final, and he definitely helped the team there. I will agree, and look, I'm the biggest Ilias fanboy out. If you know me, you know that I love Lockie Ilias. But I will admit, I'll put my head up and admit that he did struggle a little bit last season, especially with his kicking game. I thought defensively he was still outstanding, but his kicking game definitely needs some work. So, look, Dean Hawkins is pushing him for that number 7 spot, but that'll be his spot for the start of the season. I promise you that. All right, the front rowers. Junior Totola, he's a lock in there. He is not going to miss out. He'll be one of the front rowers. And then the other one, I've gone with Sean Keppie. Now, I think he'll come straight into that side, very similar to the role that Hame Saleh played. You could swap him out with Burgess, and it is what it is, you know. I think they're interchangeable, obviously. But yeah, so Sean Keppie is one of my front rowers as well. And then I've gone with Damien Cook at dummy half. That's an obvious one there. I do think Cook plays a lot less minutes this season, though. I think he'll get knocked back to about 60 to 65 minutes a game. and we'll talk about the bench spot soon. Keon Kalormatangi will be one of the second rowers, and I think the other one will be Jai Arrow. Now, I know Arrow prefers to play in the middle, but I do think that he will put his hand up and play a second row position if Isaiah Tass or Jack Whiten don't. I love Hosty. I think Jacob Host is a great player, but I don't know. I really felt like we lacked something down that left-hand edge position, and I think Jai Arrow can really fix that. Outside of that, Tallis Duncan's another good shout. I do feel that Murray will end up in that number 12 jersey at some point this season. I just think the Rabbitohs will give him sort of a bit of a rest, get him out of the middle and play him a bit more on an edge, and then Tallis Duncan will take on those number 13 duties at some point this season. All right, on to the reserves. I've got Peter Mamouzeles, or Pistol Pete, as a lot of people refer to him as. He'll be the number 14 in my opinion this year. I think he's going to help Damien Cook out a lot. I also think he could potentially start at the number 9 at some point, bringing Cookie off the bench. Look, he'll probably only get the first 15 minutes, a bit like what Melbourne did with Harry Grant at the end of last season. So I definitely think that is an option as well. Saliva Havili and Tom Burgess are my next two on the bench. Definitely have to have those two in the 18 somewhere. And then finally, Tallis Duncan, he's got to be in the squad as well. I think you'd be crazy not to have him in there. And then finally, my 18th man is Shaq Mitchell. Very unlucky that he couldn't get a sniff in this squad. However, the depth is just crazy. And to be honest, I wouldn't fight back if you said that maybe Kepi spent a bit of time in reserve grade and Shaq Mitchell started. We've got good depth. We've got good forward depth. At the end of the day, we've actually got good depth all around the park. So I think the Rabbitohs reserve grade squad could go back to back. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for the Rabbitohs best 18. Let me know what changes you'd make in the comments there, Rabbitohs fans, or just NRL fans in general. If you're watching this and you think that some changes should be made to my squad, I'd love to hear from you guys. But that is going to wrap it up from me. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And as always, my friends, I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.